Angry refugees on the Greek island of Lesbos. They describe the camp they're in as the new Guantanamo.
Moria, like Guantanamo. You Guantanamo.
Some, mainly women and children, have been transferred to Athens, but those left behind say this is like hell on earth.
Moria no good, and go Asina, and house and money and no money, no house, no food no good, water one, today one.
Some came here 6, 8 or even 12 months ago. Conditions are basic. They wait patiently for a decision on their application for asylum.
You have to help us. It's a human thing, not to let us in this prison, Moria. Just, I want to talk about toilet. It's a very disgusting. Not water, not clean. Every people here live with as a death.
Our correspondent says it's hard for TV cameras to get inside the Moria camp, but refugees have come out and they're talking of unbearable living conditions. They say they just want to move on. Fire engulfs a retirement home in the United States. The alarm was raised just before 11 p.m. local time on Thursday at the Barclay Friends Senior Living Community in Westchester, 35 miles west of Philadelphia. Residents were bundled out into the cold. Helicopter footage shows dozens wrapped in blankets lining up outside. Many are in wheelchairs. There's no immediate word on casualties. Local media, however, say all hospitals in the area have been told to expect patience. There's no word so far on what sparked the blaze.
Barcelona's reputation for architecture began with one man, Antoni Gaudi, and Gaudi's reputation began with his first project, Casa Vicens, his first important commission fresh from university. Built between 1883 and 1885, the turrets and tiles of the exterior reveal Moorish influences alongside playful statues. After extensive restorations, Casa Vicens opened to the public as a museum, and its unique design gives the first indication of the celebrated genius of Barcelona's greatest artist. Gaudi is showing us the beginnings of his architectural language. From beginnings, his ornamentation is organic, based in nature. The constant dialogue between different building and craft techniques, as well as symbolisms in the decoration. Casa Vicens was bought in 2014 by Andorran bank Morabank, which invested over €4 million in the museum project. Previously, it was a private home. Inside the first floor houses 2 bedrooms. Plant motifs line the wall, full of natural symbolism, which will later become Gaudi's trademark.
The Iraqi armed forces are claiming they've expelled ISIL from the last town it held in the country, Ramah. Government forces and tribal militias say only a few hours of fighting was needed before the Iraqi flag was again hoisted over recaptured administration buildings. Ramah is the last city to be retaken, but after the Battle of Ramah the fight will change and last for a long time. It will become a desert battle and guerrilla warfare in mountainous areas that are vast and geographically complicated. The vast Anbar province borders Jordan and Syria, where ISIL is still entrenched but also under pressure, also losing urban centres, but able to regroup in the wilderness. The last ISIL-held urban bastion in Syria is Al-Bukamal in the east, where a siege has begun backed with airstrikes. Syrian Air Force planes have been hunting along ISIL supply routes throughout the surrounding Deir al-Zor province.
Calm on the streets of Phnom Penh. This, despite the Supreme Court banning the country's main opposition party, the CNRP, ahead of Cambodia's elections at the request of Prime Minister Hun Sen. There have been few protests, but police are on the streets. The ban follows the arrest of the party's leader, Kem Sokha, for treason. He's accused of plotting to take power with American help. Many in the capital, Phnom Penh, are keeping quiet, but the EU and US have spoken broken out. An EU spokesperson says the election will not be legitimate without the opposition and is warning of consequences for vital trade with Brussels. The White House is warning of concrete steps. Between them, the EU and US take around 60% of Cambodia's exports.
Human Rights Watch has accused Myanmar security forces of committing widespread rape over the past 3 months against Rohingya Muslims in the country's Rakhine state. The group spoke to 52 women and girls who fled Bangladesh. 29 said they'd been raped.
Since August 25, Burmese military have carried out a campaign of ethnic cleansing against Rohingya in northern Rakhine state. The result has been a humanitarian crisis of staggering speed and severity.
Human Rights Watch has called on the UN to impose an arms embargo and targeted sanctions against military leaders responsible for human rights violations. One of my neighbours was a beautiful girl named Nenwaz. She was very beautiful. 3 of the men from the military saw her hiding and they brought her outside, and one of them laid her down. They pulled up her clothes and 2 of them raped her. After they finished raping her, the first soldier shot and killed her. I watched it happen myself. Myanmar's army have denied all allegations of rape and killings by security forces, days after replacing the general in charge of the operation that drove more than 600,000 Rohingya Muslims to flee Bangladesh.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the Leonardo da Vinci, the Salvator Mundi.
It's one of fewer than 20 paintings by the Renaissance artist still known to exist, and it's just sold for 4 times the pre-sale estimate at Christie's.
400 million.
The restored depiction of Jesus Christ dates to around 1500. It once sold for just $125 and was the last Da Vinci left in private hands.
$400 million is the bid, and the piece is sold.
In private hands.
$400 million is the bid, and the piece is sold.
Televidente, assim que nós apresentamos em Notícia Internacional. Nós passa para um corte publicitário e agora nós back é Notícia.